My grandma's pretty jacked. No, but it's probably been a while, you know.
Hey guys, it's Chan with Titan Nutrition coming to you for the first time in 2016. Sitting here with Brian King, one of the owners of Titan Nutrition.
Hello.
And really, 2016 is brand new for a lot of things for you guys.
It is.
We're sitting here in a brand new warehouse. Tell me about the warehouse.
Right, it's kind of why we took such a hiatus from doing one of these episodes to the next, is because we had to move in here, get comfortable. It was actually a lot longer process than I thought it would be or ever want to do again. It was long. So yeah, we moved. We're still kind of in the same industrial complex, but moved where we have about 7 times the space we had before. So a lot of room to growth. You'd been over at the other warehouse. We were busting at the seams, and it limited us. So yeah, we're in a new spot. We love it. So we can stretch out and plenty of room to grow now.
Yeah, I mean, stretch out, work out. You guys have a little fitness center, home gym in here. You got
a little training
lounge
center.
area, a kitchen. So it's super nice.
Yeah, we got some fun stuff.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
So not only new warehouse, you guys are looking at new products coming out. So you got a couple new products launching this year?
We are. We want to start out the year. We wanted to expand what we had to offer in proteins.
Okay.
So we added 2 new proteins to the Titan line. We got Titan Whey, which is our whey blend. It's a grass-fed whey blend, non-hormonal, sourced from grass-fed cows. It's available in 2 pounds and 5 pounds. And we have 6 flavors. So don't ask me to recite all the flavors, I'll forget them. But we have some very cool flavors coming out. And we have like snickerdoodle, strawberry shortcake, banana split, some cool stuff. And you got to try actually our other product, our Stage 7, which is a 7 blends of protein. It is it's soy free. It has 7 different types of proteins. So you have your fast proteins, your medium assimilation proteins, your long digesting proteins. It's a great nighttime protein. It also has MCT oil in it, medium chain triglycerides.
Yeah, that's
obviously
great.
It's good stuff. Medium chain triglycerides have a lot of benefits, increase in metabolism, things like that. But in a protein, very simply, add fat to anything and it makes it taste better. You got to try the sugar cookie. It's good. It tastes like it's like you crumbled up a sugar cookie, put it in milk, and drank it. It's delicious.
Yeah, and very smooth too. It's nothing thick about it. It's real smooth, and the taste is great, but it's not overpowering. It's not too sweet.
Yeah, it's good.
So you got that grass-fed whey. Is that more kind of in the organic line of things, or how do you really? Yeah,
it's not. It does set us apart. So it's not this. I want to be clear. It's grass-fed whey, so it's non-hormonal. It's going to have less omega-6 fatty acids than there's not much fat and protein anyway. But if you can cut down on your omega-6 intake, you're going to cut down some inflammation.
Okay.
For me personally, if I have a choice between grass-fed and regular whey, I would take the grass-fed. For me, just kind of from my own anecdotal experience, it blends way better.
Okay.
And it tastes the mixability and the taste is better than a regular whey. I don't personally buy grass-fed beef and free-range chickens and stuff like that, so I don't want to be a hypocrite and say like, you should do everything non-hormonal. But it is a nice niche. It is something, apples to oranges. I think it's a little better product.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of athletes out there that are always looking for that. So whether you're that type of person or not, you guys have an offering for that now.
Right. It doesn't turn anybody off.
Right.
And you get more people who are interested in that, the lifestyle, the non-hormonal, the grass-fed. So it's a great product. Yeah.
Okay. So some of the questions we get at different times that I think are important, and I want to know about it too, because I've got my bag full of stuff. I got my shaker bottle. I walk into the gym and do my pre-post and whatever. But it's about protein. How much protein should we be taking? Is there a set thing for, hey, here's your diet plan, here's your protein, everybody should be taking the same amount?
Right.
How much?
We talked about this before in the lounge, like we were getting ready to do the episode. There's not, I can't tell you like, hey, we could come up and find out about how much you should be taking.
Okay.
Chan, you're on a day you work out, post-workout, you're going to be taking 40 grams of protein, 40 grams of carb. I don't know if that's the exact number, but just throwing that out there. What we always hear, and I want to put this, I want to give it its last burning death, is Johnny Know-It-All, who's human body can only take absorb 25 grams of protein in a setting. Like, really? How do you fucking know that? You know,
Right.
like here's the thing. Whose human body? Because my grandmother's pretty sedentary. She's not doing a whole lot. I don't know when the last time she did a squat workout was, but it's probably, my grandma's pretty jacked. No, but it's probably been a while, you know?
Right.
So on the other extreme of that, you have grandma who's sedentary. And then you have, say an off-season 300-pound bodybuilder, you know, 250, whatever number you want to put there, who's enhanced with anabolics. Which, what do? They increase the protein synthesis of someone's body, you know, builds more muscle. He's, you know, wakes up, let's say he doesn't eat, goes and does that killer leg workout. Are we going to say that grandma can ingest 20 grams of protein? That's all she can absorb in a sitting? And that's all the bodybuilder can absorb? It's going to be vastly different. Maybe he can absorb 100 grams. I don't know.
Right.
I know that we were designed as hunter-gatherers. If you and I are cavemen and we go out of our cave, you like this?
Yeah.
We go out of our cave, we're running with our spears and we spear a buffalo. We haven't eaten in 2 days, and we get down and, you know, we eat 20 pounds of meat or how much we can stuff our face with. We're going to be screwed if we can only absorb 20 grams of protein, because that's all the human body. No, it will do more. It'll do less. So protein intake is going to be very different from individual to individual.
Gotcha.
You need to find your own macros, you know, what works for you. Whether that means, you know, working with a coach, do your research, man. But the Johnny know-it-alls that come up to us and say, like, well, you know, I've heard like protein powder is the most expensive urine you'll ever have. Like, really? What if can I eat too much chicken? Can I, you know, it's the same thing. It's a food. It's a byproduct of cheese production. It's milk. You know, it's milk protein. So what that number is, we kind of went off on a rant there. But the point is, to Johnny know-it-all, you don't know. You know, it could be from what Nick takes to me to you. That's going to be different. You know, that's the death I want to put in the protein intake controversy. You know, 1 gram per pound of body weight. Start there and then change it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Great questions, and we appreciate your questions. So make sure you post comments with questions.
Please do. Yeah.
Another question that I think is great: do fat burners work? You know, we're taking on the supplements on one side, but then we also kind of want to get shredded, and you know, you see all these thermogenics and fat burners. Do they work? How do they work?
Okay, that was a good question. Whoever wrote that in, I appreciate it. And you hear that a lot, like fat burners don't work. It's not the fat burners don't work. Maybe the name is misconceived. Like if I take this, I burn fat. Like, not exactly. So fat burners, they work in a couple different ways. You mentioned thermogenesis. There is substances that increase your body heat. You know, our lipo-shred, you can feel a little heat from it when you take it. It gets you a little warmer. What's a calorie? Calorie is a measurement of heat. So it takes calories to keep your body at 98.6 degrees. If we can raise the temperature a little bit, you're going to burn a little bit more calories. Depending on how big you are, how much muscle mass you have, that's going to determine how much more. Could be 100, could be 300, per day. But again, that's going back to the whole protein thing. It's going to be different for everybody. But if you increase your temperature, you're going to increase your metabolic rate. Where you can also stimulants, even something as simple as caffeine, does increase your metabolism. So when you increase your metabolism, you don't necessarily increase. You don't just start burning fat, whatever that may be. Whether it's fat, carbohydrates, you burn more calories. Okay, it can help you burn more calories. What I want to say though about fat burners, people say they don't work. They do work. They do help you burn more calories. You got to do the work though. You can't. Let's say it increases you're going to burn. You take our lipo shred, and do not say like he said lipo shred makes you burn 300 calories more a day. That's not what I'm saying. You're going to burn more calories a day. I will say that. Even if it was 300 though, you can there's a Snickers bar. Like you can erase that, no problem. So if you're chowing down thinking I'm taking this fat burn, I should be burning fat, and you don't see the results, that's on you. Like that.
Right. It's not a get out of jail free card.
It's not. You got to change things. If you want to change, you got to change the way you eat. And they can help. Another thing they do, we talked about we have DMAE, which is a good nootropic, so it makes you feel good. It gets people feel good. They tend to be more active. What are you putting in your body? What are you eating? How active are you? That's going to be the end result. Fat burners can help. They're not the end all be all. We talked about too in our fat burner, lipo shred. I say again, fat burner. I use that liberally. We put a little dandelion root in it.
Okay.
That's the thermogenic effect you feel, or excuse me, the diuretic effect you feel. It's kind of that instant gratification. We formulate ours specifically for bodybuilders, figure competitors who want to step on stage. So as they're doing their prep and they're taking that thermogenic, we're going to help them pull off a little more water, even during their water load. The more subcutaneous water you can get rid of, the more how
Definition.
definition, the more they can see what they're going to look like, come competition day. But even just for the average Joe, I'm not a competitor. You're not a bodybuilder, physique competitor. But it's kind of nice to have that subcutaneous fluid gone to to get rid of the bloat, and it does help. It's that kind of, hey, a couple weeks I lost weight. It's water weight, but it all counts.
Right. Absolutely, it does. I mean,
Yeah.
we've all had that reunion or lake day or whatever
Exactly.
we need to get to.
Yeah.
So coming to that, it's a fat burner. It's not going to give you abs.
It won't give you
They
abs.
always say abs are made in the kitchen, not the gym.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
So we take these supplements, and it's the word supplement is a supplement. It's not a replacement or
Talk
anything.
about it,
So
sure.
you have to have the diet and exercise. But I mean, abs, man.
You want abs?
I want abs, and they're hard. They're hard to find. I know they're there because I
Yeah.
get sore sometimes, but I want to see them.
Right. So we talked about this at dinner. Chances like, well, I want abs. We want to get. How do I get abs? And I was like, man, you're. I'm going to say you're 42.
Yep.
3 kids at home.
Uh-huh.
Works a regular 9 to 5. You said maybe less. We won't tell your boss that, but I said you gotta be a little fucking nuts.
Right.
You gotta be a little crazy to be a 42-year-old guy, 3 kids. Working. You're going to kids' soccer games. You said they're training now. They're getting involved in stuff. You have to be a little crazy to have abs, and we all know that person. Like, man, like he's got awesome abs, or she has awesome abs. Like, must be nice. Like, well, you don't see what they're doing behind the scenes to show up at the pool. Show up
in too.
It's a crazy amount of, if you're 18 and an athlete, you should have abs.
Right.
Good for you.
Right.
If you're 40 to 50 and you have abs, man, that's a lot of work. That guy, if you see that guy, he's got some wires crossed. He's a little nuts. How much do you want to suffer? You want abs? You're going to have to suffer a little bit. You want really good abs? Suffer more. And that's making it very simple. But you got to be disciplined. You got to eat the right things, and you got to do it all the time.
They got to be emotional around food. I mean, I see a donut and I smile and I'm happy. They see a donut, they're probably crying because they can't eat it.
Crying or like fuck that donut. That donut takes these away. I'm not doing it.
Right.
Like I said, it's a mindset. Like abs are made in the kitchen, and there may be some suffering involved. But if you want them, I don't know. There's probably not a lot of people out there with abs that are going like, I'd rather eat a donut. They're probably fucking stoked they got abs.
Maybe that's why I've never had abs, because I like that donut.
I like donuts too. Yeah, you gotta find your balance. Even the most disciplined people probably can get out of whack a little bit. But when it comes down to it, the whole if you want abs, what are you willing to give up?
Right. Well, and it goes in line with all the supplements that you have. Depending on what your end result that you want to be, whether you are the figure competitor or just a 2 times a week, person going to the gym, or if you're a bodybuilder or a CrossFitter, you got the right supplements at Titan. You can formulate the right supplementation to diet and exercise to
tailor
get
it
you
to
the
that
results
person.
that you
Sure.
want. Good. So, great questions. We appreciate those. Gives us something to talk about, and I learned a little bit more too. So, based on what Brian said, I'll probably never have abs because I'm not going to be that fucking nuts. But anyways, appreciate all your feedback. Please post some more questions. Check us out on social media
at Titan Nutrition. We're our website can get you all the links, but Facebook, Instagram. We just threw up Snapchat. Follow us on Snapchat, Twitter. Again, at Titan Nutrition. It's pretty much all our handles. So follow us.
Titan on Tinder. You swipe left or right for that, or
I don't know what that is.
Sounds good. Thanks everybody. Come at you next time.
Guys.